Hey, how you doing? Welcome back. I'm one of them brothers from Inglewood podcast. Hoopy, your host, coming to you live and direct once again from the studio with some fresh and new content. I have something exciting that I want to share. It's really a sequel and a continuance of the conversation that we were having last. But before I introduce that subject, I want to say thank you. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for the things that you have placed in the chat. And I'm going to ask if you'll do the same today. Like, subscribe, share, ring the notification button so that you'll be abreast as to every time we're airing something new and fresh. I was really, and it's funny because I got a little bit of feedback, and this particular person is a really, really dear friend. He's really a brother from another mother. And he made some suggestions. He also raised some really good questions, and he thought I may have should have taken a different angle as to sort of revealing and exposing the person a lot more than I did. But anyway, today I want to talk about, again, the same conversation we were having on last week, meaning Shaq'in Henderson, formerly known as Shani O'Neal, and we talked about was the preacher's wife Shaq'in a fool? That was our subject on last week. And so I just kind of want to continue and just kind of maybe open up a little bit about my perspective of whether or not Shani's intentions were good, bad, or indifferent. But before I do, I just want to play a clip of Ocho Cinco and Shay Shay as they were actually having a discussion pertaining to the response that Shaq gave regarding what Shani said about probably not ever being in love with him. And this is Shani's quote. She said she don't know if she's ever been in love with Shaq. So before I continue, I'm gonna play this clip really quick.
Hey, that hurts, man. That hurt me. That hurts. I mean, wow, man. Yeah, just to hear something like that. Obviously, Shani is a friend of mine. Shaq is a friend of mine. I would have loved to see those two work it out. But I think of power couples, people doing their own thing in their respective crafts and being successful at it. Obviously, things didn't work out. They parted ways. That's tough, though. I think many of athletes at times are in situations, or they're with women at times, and the infidelity and the issues and the problems, it overshadows the glitz and glamour. And I think
what Ocho Cinco is saying from his perspective is that these celebrity couples and the relationships that are trying to be developed comes with a lot of criticism, a lot of pressure, but also it's sort of in the public's eye. And so you have these outside influences, you have these dynamics. You also are dealing with fame, fortune, and these athletes are very young. Today's athletes are coming into a lot of money with inexperience and a very young age. And so 1 year of college, I don't believe if you did not have or was fortunate to have a proper development and exposure to finances in your adolescence, in your youth, it's very, very difficult to try and manage millions and millions of dollars. And so that becomes a question of understanding, knowledge, wisdom, but also the degree of separating your wants from your needs. Okay, that's hard to do. And even if a young person, male or female, was exposed to, let's just say, a quality financial life where they were middle class, upper middle class, even rich. Let's just say they were a part of a culture or an environment where money and things, materials, were the norm. Maybe they developed a sense of privilege or entitlement. I don't know, because you don't have to be an athlete or an entertainer to be exposed to large or significant amount of money or exposure to economics. It's just one of those things. However, I believe you should be properly taught, trained, exposed, so that you can start making sound decisions with your money as time allows you to. So what is Ocho really saying here is that he felt some kind of way because he likes both of them. He knows both of them. I don't know, as I forestated, I don't know either one on a personal level. So I'm really just gauging the content. I'm hearing Shaq's rebuttal. I'm listening to the initial statement that Shani made. I don't know how that statement came into play because I didn't hear the full interview. I don't know if it was streamed or if it was on a podcast, if it was a quote out of her book. Honestly, I didn't do that research. So I can't say where that conversation started and where it ended. Mass media has a way of just depicting what they want, dicing it up, making it juicy and salvageable, or let's just say they make it sellable. So controversy sells, and so I don't know how the gram got to it. I don't know how Facebook got to it or other media platforms, but I do know that the media has a great way and technique on exposing what they want to expose for clout, for sales, for the likes, the follows, and everything that comes along with advertising. So that's what mass media is. It's about exposure. It's like presenting or taking you around the world. It's like a universal type of thing with a panoramic view. Okay, so my buddy said, listen, you need to call a spade, just say what it is. Shani was a gold digger, or is a gold digger, and I don't. I know he's gonna crucify me for this, but I don't know if that was her intent. I don't know if Shani went after the money. Here he's, Shaq was an extraordinary public figure, athlete, making, crazy money, not only from the NBA franchises that he played for, but also the endorsements. He's making crazy money today through endorsements. He's no longer playing, but he's making crazy money in endorsements. So he's a wealthy man. I don't want to say wealthy, but he's extremely rich. Wealth is a whole different category, but he is well-to-do. I'm not downplaying his accomplishments and his net worth. It's just that my buddy was more so saying, hey, she knew what Shaq was about. She knew what was on the table. She knew that his exposure was going to bring exposure to her. She's going to always be referenced as Shaq's ex-wife or Shaq's baby's mama. And a lot of times women play in on those key components and they cash in. And he's like, I believe Shani was cashing in the whole time that she was with this man. And her relationship prior to that was nothing close to the lifestyle that Shaq brought to her. And maybe some of those things are factual, but do we really say that Shani was or is a gold digger? Yes, she capitalized off of Shaq's name, being his former wife, being his kid's mother. It opened a lot of doors for her. But those are the perks. It comes with the territory. Just like the other things that were not so pleasant that Shaq was involved in and that Shaq brought to that relationship, it comes with the territory. Am I condoning someone using someone for their reputation, for their fame, for their money, for access to a more quality life? No, I don't think anyone should use anyone. I don't think men should use women. I don't think women should use men. But at the end of the day, I believe that Shani had in mind that being formerly married to Shaq, now married to a pastor, it was going to really escalate her chances or opportunities to sell her book. And you can't knock her marketing scheme, her ability to merchandise or expand her enterprise. If that was going to give her momentum, then it's fair game. I don't think that she unveiled his dirty laundry and made him look like some type of bad father, a monster, things of that nature. She made a statement. And like I said, me personally, I don't know how the conversation began. I don't know where it ended. All I know is that has been the focus of the focus of the statement that she made. One of the statements that she made. It may be a great read. I don't know. Am I motivated to go out and buy her book? Not so much. At least not for the reasons that the media has spiced it up to be. And then it could have been a publicity stunt from her camp. Controversy sells. Mass media is a powerful entity, and a lot of messages are given, and a lot of messages are our perceptions are taken from what we see on television, what we read on the internet, and what we read out of the newspapers and things of that nature. So I just think it's fair game. Should I say that Shani was all for the money, that she knew what she was doing when she was first dating Shaq? That would be skeptical for me to say, because I don't know the two. I wasn't there. I don't know how it started. I've heard some things. I've met both of them on different occasions, but not well enough, or I wasn't around them long enough, and I don't know them well enough to say what type of character Shani has, what her intent was. I do know that she had 4 children for him, and that's not an easy thing to do, because you're putting your life on the line, you're putting your body through massive or I'll just say diverse situations. And somebody will say, well, hey, that's a part of it. That's the motivation. Have a baby, cash in, have another baby, cash in, have another baby. So what I think what was suggested to me was to highlight that Shani Henderson, was actually after the money. She didn't love him. She loved the lifestyle. She loved what he could do for her. She loved the opportunity that came along with it. She was locked in once she had a child for him. She was already legally married to him, so it was a win-win. And this is what was suggested to me. However, can we really say that that was her motivation? And can we say that it was exclusive to where she planned to abstract money from Shaq, exploit him, and use him for his clout? I'm gonna play another clip just so you can kind of see, Shay. Well, we don't like to call him Shay, but Shannon Sharp chime in, after Ojo begins to, talk about it. Because when you really begin to see, I would say, the journey that is taken from this incident, you will know and understand that these things really happen. These situations occur every single day. It's not just something from sports entertainment. It's in politics. It's in real estate. It's in various aspects of our lives, and so that's how we have to look at it. Listen to this.
But being with a person or player of his caliber, I think it overshadowed that, and at some point the love went away. What you think? Or am I wrong?
That's the point of what she said. She said there's one thing, you can love someone but not be in love. There's a difference between the two.
Whoa, wait. Stay right there, because I gotta use this. And I think
I checked in the test. I don't get why she would say that.
Wait, say it again. Say it. Wait, come on. Wait, stay with me.
This is Shani.
You don't give me no good shit and try to go away, man.
You can love someone, but not be in love. There's the difference between the two.
Stay right there.
She's saying, I loved him, but I don't know if I was ever really in love with him.
Okay, let's stop right there.
So, and see, that was really my point from the last conversation that we had together. There are variations and degrees to love. It took love for her to accept that she was pregnant, be willing to go full term and deliver the baby, and repeat that several times. Now, I was formerly married. I have 3 kids. I saw this process with my own eyes, up close, went to Lamar's class, showed the support, ran the errands, had the night shift, always had the night shift. And so I understood to a large degree, not totally, but to a large degree, what a woman actually faces and what she has to go through just being pregnant. Thank God, my kid's mother didn't suffer from morning sickness. I never noticed her having anything like that. But there was just some challenging moments during her pregnancy, especially as it got closer to summertime. Being from California, it's always sunny. And then having to deliver 2 male children in the summer. One was born in August, and our second son was born in July. these were hot months. These were some sweltering times of the year. And then at the time we were living in a suburb of LA where it got even hotter, right? So, I had to be cognizant of making sure she kept water with her. I had to make sure she wasn't sitting in the car too long when I would run errands with her and things like that. So, getting into shaded areas or inside where the AC was blowing. I know my buddy is still going to jump on my head for this, but I just don't want to say that Shawnee used Shaq for money, for fame. I believe that the man that she's married to now, Pastor Keon, well, in his industry, he's very popular as well. He's on television. He's a multimillionaire. He was before he married Shawnee. I'm sure they've accumulated much more together now, being that she was a celebrity's former wife. So that, did probably a lot for him as well. But I think also, and this was a very important point someone brought up to me yesterday, I believe it was. And they said, well, being that she's with a man of God, a high profile minister, and walking, through this process and being on the journey with this person, maybe this triggered or helped her see, in comparison, the difference between her feelings for him versus her feelings for Shaq. Now, obviously, this is a recent book, so it doesn't mean that, she felt that way years ago when she was married in comparison. I believe that now that she's with a different person, different situation, different scenario, maybe this gave her revelation of her true feelings or a new experience. Maybe she never felt this way before. Because I just don't want to pounce on her as if she did something wrong or said something that she didn't mean. Now, initially my position was, let's think about the kids. Are they of age now? Yes, I believe every last one of them are 18 years and above. I believe she has a high school senior who just graduated or getting ready to graduate and go to college. She's also an extremely talented athlete. And I believe she's the baby and she may be 18. So it still makes the kids want to dissect. Well, why would mom make that statement? Why would she say that to the media? Why would she do this now? And, who am I to say that she didn't sit down with all of her kids? Maybe she called them. Maybe she talked about this for years. Maybe this isn't even new to her kids. Maybe her kids knew through her admittance and confession, or even her conversation over the years. It could have been a teaching moment for one of her kids. 2 boys, 2 girls. And maybe it was a teaching moment where she was using herself as an example as to understanding or helping them understand that sometimes you're not going to feel the love. The fireworks are not going to happen. The sparkles and all these, the gold and glitter, it may not happen, the first time around or the second time around. But at the end of the day, I think it's really about selling her book. I wrote a book. You know, books are not easy to sell. A lot of things has to go your way. Matter of fact, most people don't even read. And if they do read, it's online reading, or it's virtual, where it's automated. The book is talking to you. It's reading itself. You're just listening. Hey, I get that. Some people, they're better listeners. I get all that. The bottom line is, it's still not easy to do. It's not easy to write, and they're not easy to sell. So I want to think that Shaq'in is being forthright. She has probably been asked so many questions about her former husband, Shaquille O'Neal, and the media probably felt like, hey, this is a great story to tell, great opportunity, let's run with it. It works for Shaq'in because her book, her project gets exposure, free exposure at that. By me sitting here talking about Shaq'in Henderson and her new book, and I don't even have anything to do with it. I have no percentage in it. I have no cross reference or exposure to it. But I'm sitting here talking to you about Shaq'in's statement and her book project. That lets you know controversy sells. That's the ticket. And many of you are probably going to chime in, which I hope you do. I want you to put something in the chat. I want you to talk about this. I want your opinion. I want to know, is it just Shaq'in, or does women pursue this type of opportunity all the time, and vice versa? Are there men stalking and trying to come up on successful women, whether they're in entertainment, sports, whether they're executives or entrepreneurs? Are there men who are equally gold diggers as we put the jacket on women? So I think that's food for thought. I don't know if my buddy is going to be happy with this, but I just don't want to exclusively say that Shaq'in is a gold digger. I know she saw the opportunity. She hung in there. She did endure some things. She had children for Shaq, and Shaq admitted, I wasn't an angel. She was a good woman. This came out of his own mouth. I wish I could find a clip. He said this. She was a good woman. I messed up. I'm the one that messed that up. So I'm not going to crucify Shaq'in. I'm not going to pounce on her. I'm not going to, attack her because she was formerly married to a well-to-do celebrity. She has 4 children, from that union. And no, she didn't go out and shoot any baskets. She didn't dunk. She didn't run 17s and suicides. She didn't try out for any teams. She didn't have to play through injuries, and no, she didn't have to do any of that. But he chose her to be his wife. We're to provide, protect, establish, and spiritually lead our wives and our homes. So that comes with the territory, bro. So you brothers that may not agree with me, and you sisters that may not agree with me, that's fine. I'm just saying, was the preacher's wife, Shaq'in, a fool? This is it for this episode, but I'm gonna ask if you do me a huge favor. Like, subscribe, share, ring the notification button so that you will know when we're airing a new episode. Thank you so much. This particular episode is coming to a stop. We'll be back to share new content really soon. Take care.